Welcome to The Political Mechanic. I'm your host, Stephen Thane. In a previous episode, I touched on the foundation of limited government, which is natural law. But how does natural law play out in real life? Let's use the issue of education to find out. I believe the application of natural law by the Founding Fathers caused the first American Revolution. I also believe the application of natural law to school choice will cause the Second American Revolution, only this one will be peaceful. Natural law holds that there are eternal truths, unchangeable principles that exist outside the control of man. These laws must be discovered through humility, not created through human will. Only systems rooted in natural law, like modern conservatism and classical liberalism, which our Founding Fathers embraced, can lead to true freedom and limited government. In contrast, all other ideologies are built upon man's wisdom and inevitably drift toward tyranny. The U.S. Constitution wisely outlined inalienable rights, separation of powers, and checks and balances. But if the Founding Fathers had added one more thing, it might have been a list of inalienable responsibilities, those duties belonging to families. The federal government would have been barred from creating government programs that compete with those family responsibilities. Education is one of these family responsibilities. Why? Because children are created by a man and a woman. That sacred act of creation comes with the sacred duty of raising and educating that child. While states may choose to offer public education, the only just state system, would serve parents, not the other way around. Right now, public schools make all the major decisions: the curriculum, the teachers, the schedule, and how funds are spent. Parents are largely sidelined. The school choice movement isn't just a policy debate, it's a revolution. It's about reclaiming what rightfully belongs to families, the responsibility to direct their children's education. In that sense, school choice is the Second American Revolution. Just as the Boston Tea Party was a stand against government overreach, school choice is our generation's declaration of educational independence. And the success of this movement, I believe, will determine the future of our nation. Whether through tax credits, vouchers, or customized public options, parents must be able to choose what their children learn. In Idaho, 30% of parents are not sending their children to their local brick-and-mortar neighborhood school, choosing homeschool, private schools, charter schools, and of these, over 11,000 families are blending home and public education, choosing their own curriculum, teaching at home, and partnering with public school teachers. That's real choice in action, and the movement is only growing. In a natural law framework, all adults are equal to make choices and stand exposed to the consequences of those choices. Parents, not experts, bear the responsibility for raising their children. Experts can advise, but they must never dictate policy. When experts start making decisions for families, they lose their inalienable responsibilities and the powers, rights, and choices that go with it. So let's talk about accountability with taxpayer money. If parents are given access to public funds, there must be accountability, but not the kind that crushes freedom. Anti-natural law accountability is about rigid top-down control. Experts set the rules and everyone must comply. It's uniform and flexible, and innovation dies on the vine. That's today's public school system. Natural law accountability focuses on results, not methods. Schools and families have the freedom to try new approaches, but success is measured. If it works, funding follows. This system encourages creativity, competition, and continuous improvement. Opposition to school choice usually stems from rejection of natural law by those that trust institutions and experts more than families. Here's what that looks like: shifting responsibility from families to the state, criticizing parents while ignoring the flaws of public schools, trusting experts to set all the rules, regulating everything: who teaches, who gets taught, and how money is spent. Viewing parent-led innovation with suspicion. These views lead to centralization and over time lead to soft tyranny, where parents who complain are labeled domestic terrorists. School choice is more than a policy option. It is a fundamental reclaiming of family authority. It is the front line in the fight for liberty and innovation, and may well be the most important political movement of our time. This is the Second American Revolution. This movement is growing. It's time to stand with families, trust parents, and break free from the one-size-fits-all model of education. If we succeed, our children and our country will have a much brighter future. So some ask, what about parents who don't want the responsibility? Well, they can continue to let experts make the decision, and they will not be forced to take responsibility. Well, others ask, what if parents make the wrong choice? The children will suffer. Well, we've seen that experts are wrong, and the children also suffer from their choices, such as new math, sight reading, and poor history and literature choices that experts have made. And they've caused harm, but recovering from expert mistakes is much harder and takes more time. Finally, will this revolution destroy public education? No, the outcome of this revolution will rebalance the power and authority between parents and the system. Until next time, I am Stephen Thane.